You know what? Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get. How are you living? What are you giving? If excellence is what you see, then excellent is who you be. What are you pursuing? It's all up to you. And when you come.
Hello, beloved. Hello, hello, hello. Dr. Catherine E. James here, bringing you For the Love of It, a weekly television show designed for the sole purpose of bringing more love into the world, one episode at a time. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing some of your precious time with me. Time is one of those things that we cannot get more of. It is precious beyond anything that we can really, there's not money. There's not enough money to really pay for time, right? And so thank you for the time that you spend with me. I am so very grateful for it. For the love of it will take on many forms, beloved. Everything, however, everything will be anchored in Luke 10:27. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor, wait on it, as thyself. It is that part. That part. You know how we say that part? It's that part where my life's purpose is driven from, where my life's purpose is anchored. As thyself. Scripture assumes that we're going to love ourselves. Papa, and I call God Papa, Papa assumes that we are going to love ourselves well. So we love our neighbor like we love ourselves, from the place that we love ourselves. So if we are instructed to love our neighbor, if that's assumed and expected, then we need to do our work in loving ourselves. So that's where I come in. That's where Papa has gifted me. That's the call he placed on my life, is to live out a life of self-love for myself so that I can live from the runneth over place, 23rd Psalms, and my cup runneth over. I can live from the runneth over place, so I am having enough to serve, not from the cup, not ever from the cup. The cup is yours. Now, we haven't really talked about that. Maybe that's what I'll talk about on the next show, that cup. That's yours. You're not supposed to serve from that, but that's not what this show is about. That I can serve from the runneth over place, from the saucer, y'all. I'm just saying, not ask for free. That's for free. So it is my life's intent that every soul would know love, with a capital L, and know that they are loved. That's my life's intent, that every soul would know love and know that they are loved. So each conversation we facilitate, all the tools and strategies we share, the guests we have on the show, and the actions we invite you to take will all lead back to the assumption provided for us in Luke 10:27. You loving you, me loving me. Because this is the thing. There's no amount of love that another person can give that takes the place, that fills the gap for you loving you. No amount. No amount is sufficient enough, because if you're not loving you, what will happen is that will be pushed away. It will be blocked. It will not be able to be absorbed, right? So it won't do what it's intended to do. So you've got to do the first part so you plug up the gap. I'm just saying. I'm giving you a whole bunch of free today. It's not on my notes, but it's coming up in my spirit. And so welcome to episode 13, the live episode 13. Let me tell you how amazing Papa is. Papa is so amazing, it blows my mind. So I got here a few minutes early, and I went into the room to kind of jot some notes. And in jotting the notes, I realized that this is episode 13. This is also the episode that I'm going to honor my mother on. My mother's birthday was yesterday, 7/13. And so I use a lot connected with the date of her birth, because it was such a precious date to me, 7/13. And so this is the 13th episode. Like, I didn't plan that. I couldn't have planned it. And on the second half, this is an hour-long episode, y'all. Y'all know normally we come on at 11:30, but we're doing an hour long today. Our first half of the episode, we're going to focus mainly on the sponsors and supporters, and we'll talk about that in a moment. And then the second half of the episode, don't miss it. is going to be Mrs. Sherry Jemison. And why is Sherry Jemison important? And I will tell you that, well, give you a sneak peek. One, because she's my older sister. And so we're going to talk about Mama, but also as it relates to being a supporter and a sponsor, she's significant in that. So we're going to talk about that in the second half. So don't go anywhere. We're going to break at around 11:30, and then we're going to come right back after commercial break, right? So more love, please. So 713. So this show is sponsored by 713 Yvonne's World. This show is sponsored by 713 Yvonne's World. That will be a nonprofit. 713 Yvonne's World is sponsoring the 13th show. And my mind is blown. And that's a pom-pom moment for me. Yes. I'm so blown away by Papa's amazingness, by his omnipotence. Now that's the power one. Omnipotence, omniscient, omnipresence, all knowing, his all knowingness. I'm blown away by it because I couldn't have planned this. And my soul right now is overflowing with joy and just fulfillment that I am aligned with what Papa has for me. Sitting in that room, realizing this is the 13th live episode, and this is sponsored. I had already decided that it would be sponsored by the nonprofit 713 Yvonne's World. And so here we are. Beloved, I'm inviting you to just take time and lean into who it is that you've been created to be. Lean into that and honor that. Know that it's enough. That it is enough, that you, like you enough is a ridiculous conversation, because of course, you are enough. Of course you are. So I don't really even spend a lot of time in that, but I want you to just lean into your enoughness and then take the step in that direction that will satisfy your soul. Me being on this kind of program is satisfying to my soul. Me leaning into what it is that Papa has created me to be and do is satisfying to my soul. So I'm inviting you to do that. And when we lean into the thing that's naturally ours, we're not putting on airs, all those kinds of things. And then we're able to do the thing we've been created to do. And have these amazing things that Papa invites us to do. And so I want to invite you to call in. The numbers are at the bottom of your screen, 313-868-4336, 313-868-0351, 313-868-0342. Look, call in. And I love calling. I know the community is getting used to this. You're used to me talking. You're not used to talking on air or loud, but it's okay. Y'all know I like having conversations. So come on and call in. So what if, beloved, what if what you sow, you do reap? What if? What if that what you put out, you're going to get more of? What if? So we're talking about More Love, Please. More Love, Please. The t-shirt. That's the t-shirt. Let me open it up. More Love, Please, so that you can see it. Yes. Scoot over a little bit. More Love, Please. It's a movement. More Love, Please. It is a movement. And so we're talking about, yes. More Love, Please is a movement. That's what we are inviting you to. Go to the website, drcatherineejames.com. drcatherineejames.com. Right there on the front of it says More Love, Please. Click there and join the movement. $13 a month. 13, y'all. You all are going to hear that number over and over again. $13 a month is a supporter, or you can join the movement. $150 to support an entire episode. So one episode, that's what it costs to do an episode. And so your $150, you will be a sponsor of that show. So I invite you to do that. I invite you to be a sponsor. I invite you to join the movement. What's the point of the movement? To add more love into the world, to add more love into the world. So we did have, so I want to celebrate the sponsors. If we can get the sponsors up, I want to celebrate those who've already, yes! So we've got extra sponsors. Extra sponsors, look at your screen. These are our sponsors. We are growing. We are looking, more supporters. Yes, supporters, thank you. We are looking to get 100 supporters and sponsors by December the 25th. So these are our sponsors, our supporters: Cynthia Bell, Sabrina Biddle, Carolyn Bracy, Pamela Bracy, Judah Chapman, Lisa Collier, Darrell Cooper, Rosetta Edmonds, Kimberly Ellis, Erica Horn, Amanda James, Kim James Jr., Kim James Sr., Bernadette Lawler, Devera L. Robinson, Senator Sherrod, Val Ward, and Charles Woods. Yes, 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 yes. So we celebrate them. We celebrate our supporters, our monthly supporters. Those are the monthly supporters at $13 a month. Now, thank you for our sponsors. These are the ones who have sponsored an episode: Carmen and Antoine Bell, Notary Services, Carla Bowie, Athalia Cargyle, Don Clark, Belisa Ford. Oh, I thought I corrected that. Belisa Ford, Marie Hopper, Sherry Jemison, Danielle and Tiana Perry, Shiloh Deliverance Church, and Andrea Trait. All are all here. Has supported an episode. So y'all know I do things real and on live, and so it's so hilarious because as soon as Sherry Jemison is going to be on the second half of the episode. As soon as I said her name, see, this is how God has been doing it all. She walked in the door, so y'all saw me kind of be off a little bit because that's how God does it. That's how God does it. And so we will highlight her in the second half of the show. So look, why add more love into the world? Why add more love into the world? Why do we even want to do something like that, to add more love in the world? Because doing so gives us the best of all possibilities. The best of all possibilities. Imagine the difference. We talked about this last week. Imagine the difference in our families, in our work life, in our communities, in our public life, in our social experiences, when we love more and there is more love. Like the arguments that we have, they become almost non-existent when I'm determined to have, if we've got a debate, because sometimes we're just not going to agree, but it's how we disagree. Which means how we disagree will have us to come back together so much sooner. So love always wins. I want to give some more specifics. So here is some elements of life. When we have more love, our relationships improve. And when our relationships improve, these are some of the benefits that we get. So again, I'm inviting you to become a sponsor. And if you're a sponsor, that's $150 a month. Go to drcatherineejames.com. Click on For the More Love, Please. You can either sponsor at $150 or $13 a month. And yes, be sure to call in. Call in to the studio. The phone is right here. I'm waiting to talk to you. If you've already been a sponsor or a contributor, a supporter, please call in. I'd like to thank you online, in person as well. And if you're planning to be a sponsor, call in. And so, why do I do this? Because me living a life of love, it has totally transformed my life. I had one of my dear friends, a friend from elementary school, a dear sister. I posted a picture on Facebook and she said, "How is it that you are aging backwards? How is it?" And what I said to her was really the truth from my soul is, it's got to be love, because I won't engage in conversations that are not based on love, that are not filled with love. I won't engage in dynamics that are I just won't. I won't. Like if I'm in there, I'm not staying long. I'm not contributing to it. Love wins. Always. It never fails. So if it doesn't feel good to my soul, I'm not engaging it long. Like I might have to engage it to get out of it, to say what I need to say, but we're going to move. So here are some of the reasons that I do what I do, that we do what we do, that I'm inviting you. We want to give the universe, God's creation, a Christmas gift on December the 25th, 2023. We want 100 people to be focused on adding more love into the world. So we're looking for 100 sponsors and or supporters by December the 25th. And we're making our way there, y'all. We're making our way there. What does increase love in your life, the improving of your relationships, what will it bring you? It increases your life expectancy. You live longer. There are lots of reasons from that. I can't get into the details, so y'all might want to write this down. It will increase your life expectancy. It helps you to maintain a healthy heart. Do you know how you feel when you're upset all the time, you're frustrated, your stomach, your heart's racing, you feel heavy? When you live from a place of love, you release that stuff sooner, quicker, faster. It helps you to maintain a healthy heart. It reduces depression. Living from a life of love increases relationships, improves relationships, so it will reduce depression. It keeps the doctor away. You don't have to go to the doctor as often. So individuals, well, it's a little bit of a different subject, but individuals who can be who fall under the category of eccentric, they don't go to the doctor as often because they don't care what other people think. And as love increases in us, we fill our own cup, we care less about what other people think. We really do. It's not that we are I forget the word, callous. It's not that we're callous. We do. It matters. Like my sister who's going to be on in a minute, it matters that she thinks I'm a nice person. It matters, right? Y'all see, we'll talk about it, right? But it really does matter, the people who know me, that I'm not received as an unkind, inconsiderate, so on and so forth. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about us allowing our lives to be driven by what we think other people think. That kind of thing. So it lowers our blood pressure. It decreases anxiety. As love goes up, anxiety goes down. Because love is accepting you. Love is embracing you. Love is being okay with you. So it decreases anxiety. Like, would anyone benefit from any of these things that I'm saying? So I'm inviting you to a space where you reduce your stress levels. That's another element that occurs. Your stress level is reduced. It eases acute or chronic pain. So if you've got pain already, physical pain, that you can't stop it, how about adding more love? As you know how we take pills and things like that? Love will help you to decrease pain. Love will. Love will help you. I can't even get into the details of all of that. But if you just think about the opposite of love is fear, really it is. And then we could throw hatred in there. And the heaviness of those kinds of emotions, they're just difficult to carry around. So I don't like them, they don't like me, I don't care if they this, I don't da-da-da-da. That's heavy. And so if you're already in physical pain, and then that's in your mind, that's in your soul, it's more difficult. So it eases acute or chronic pain. It helps your gut. Love helps your gut because it's lighthearted, levity, joy. All of those come with love. And then you're not so, messed up in the gut, right? Because our stomach hurts when we're upset. Some people, that's how they know they're upset, because their stomach automatically. Okay? With me? So I'm inviting you. I've got some more on here. So some benefits to love. So I'm inviting you again to call in. The numbers are below. Call in, and to any one of the numbers, 313-868-4336, 868-0351, 868-0352. Call in now or call in later and talk to Sherry. Call in so we will be on. And so, again, I want to celebrate. Here's to all the sponsors and supporters so we can have them up. Yes, we want to celebrate our sponsors and our supporters. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, and who's not on there is Brenda Voris. Yay! This is for Brenda Voris. So while I was on the live this morning, you all know I do a live every morning from 5:40 to 6 a.m. on Facebook Live, Dr. Catherine E. James. You can find me there. It's inspirational conversation and instruction and whatever it is that Papa gives me. So I was talking about the movement, and Brenda Voris got into action immediately this morning. Thank you, Brenda, for being in action, for being willing be actively involved in adding more love into the world. And while we're talking about it, I think it's October the 14th. We're going to do a 5K run. It's going to be a morning run, and I think we'll be done by noon or 3 or something like that. We'll have more details later. But it's in Oak Park. We're doing a 5K, and that is to spread the message about adding more love into the world. It's to spread the message. So mark your calendars. You can run, you can walk, or you can just come and hang out. But if you believe that your family could benefit from more love, become a part of the movement. It's a movement, y'all. The More Love Please movement. MLP. I'm inviting you to become an MLPer. I like to make up names. I'm inviting you to become an MLPer. MLPer. Join the movement. And ask 3 other people. Do you know 3 other people who could benefit from more love in the world? Let me tell you what else you get. So you get the privilege of being a part of a movement that is making the world a better place. But in order to do that, you have to add more love into you first. So the greatest benefit is that you practice loving you more. Everybody benefits from that. Everything you touch, everybody benefits. And then you become a part of a movement of adding more love into the world. But then also, you'll get the benefit of receiving a monthly email from me where I encourage you, where I invite you to continue to live as your highest, truest, and fullest version of yourself, right? Where I provide things that to just thank you for being a part of the movement, where I invite you to live out your vision. And I invite you to share with me how I can support you in your vision, because the more of us that live out our vision, the better Papa's universe is. That's just period. So thank you for the monthly supporters. Again, Charles Wood, Val Ward, Senator Sherrod, Devere L. Robinson, Bernadette Lawler, Kim James Sr., Kim James Jr., Amanda James, Erica Horn, Kimberly Ellis, Rosetta Edmond. Oh, and Rosetta Edmond. I just got to tell you all that. So let me tell you, I'll tell you about, can you go back for me? And so Rosetta Edmond, and then we'll finish the names on the other one. Rosetta Edmond, Darrell Cooper, Lisa Collier, Judith Chapman, Pamela Bracy, Carolyn Bracy, Sabrina Biddle, and Cynthia Bell. Okay, we can switch to the other one. Thank you for the Love of It sponsors. So these are the individuals who actually sponsored a show. Andrea Trait, Shiloh Deliverance Church, Danielle and Tiana Perry, Sherry Jemison, Mary Hopper, Elisa Ford, Dawn Clark, Athelia Cargile, Carla Bowie, and Carmen and Antoine Bell Notary Services. So let me tell you again, amazing. When you align with what it is that Papa has for you to do, Papa will bring the things together. So I told you about today when I was sitting in the room. This is the 13th episode, and it is being sponsored by 713 Yvonne's World. Now, the 13 and the 7, all of that is my mama's birthday. So my sister and I, my 2 sisters, Sherry Jemison and Rosetta Edmond, yesterday we went to the grave site. We celebrated Mama, and that's how we spent on her birthday, just really loving on her and celebrating her. And then we went out to eat. But the interesting part about it is, while I was doing my morning show, Rosetta Edmond came on, and so my baby sister, and she just was on the show. Why is that significant? So we're talking about aligning with purpose and intent, doing the thing that Papa designed you to do, and getting support and evidence that you are aligned and on target. So my intent was to spend the day with my sisters to celebrate Mama. And so I was on doing the show, celebrating her, honoring her. And what happened? My sister came on. So it was so crazy. So she came on, and she had never been on. And so it was so perfect. So I had one sister on earlier, and then another sister will be on the next part of this show. For me, that's significant. If you understand alignment, and if you understand validation, is that the word? Confirmation, maybe is a better word, that you're on target, that you're doing the thing that you've been birthed to do. Those 2 things are on target. Like, I didn't intend for this to be, didn't even think about this being the show to honor my mama and or to have my sister on, but it just so happens that the reason that she's on, and we're going to really go into depth in the next episode, is because she was the first one to sponsor a show. So she was the first contributor to For the Love of It. And so it's apropos to have her on while we celebrate the sponsors and the supporters. So I am so very grateful. So I invite you again to join the movement. Go to drcatherineejames.com, click on For the Love of It, and follow the prompts, and you will be able to join for $13 a month, and or do the 150, or you know what? You can do both. You can do both. So stay tuned, because when we come back, it will be yours truly and Mrs. Sherry Jemison, and we will talk about Yvonne's World and all the things of supporting and sponsoring. I look forward to seeing you on the second half of the show.
You know what? Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get.
Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. You can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
Muscles, joints, or feet tired, achy, or distressed? Tried everything? Ringmaster Rubbing Oil is a vintage topical pain reliever, trusted for over 70 years, with a rich formula for the treatment of stubborn aches and pains. Packaged in a glass bottle for purity, our liquid can also be used in warm water for foot soaks and compresses. A little goes a long way. Try our time-tested formula, available in several sizes.
Make a donation to WHPR TV and receive two 2-ounce bottles of Ringmaster Rubbing Oil for $25. Call 313-868-6612. We, the people of Detroit, is dedicated to community coalition building and to the provision of resources that inform, train, and mobilize the citizens of Detroit and beyond to improve their quality of life. As a community-based grassroots organization, we, the people of Detroit, aim to inform, educate, and empower Detroit residents on imperative issues surrounding civil rights, land, water, education, and the democratic process. For more information, call 844-42-WATER, 844-42-WATER, or email wethepeopleofdetroit.com.
To put your podcast on iHeartRadio? Yes, your podcast on iHeartRadio. What about Alexa, Roku, Fire Stick, Apple TV, Android, or iPhone? Plus live TV streaming. Get your podcast seen and heard all over the world. Call 313-868-6612. Pre-recorded shows are accepted to be archived. This is a WHPR distribution platform. Download the app from the App Store. Go to WHPRTV.com. Channels available for lease 24/7 on Roku, Fire Stick, or Apple TV. Coming soon, subscription and pay-per-view.
Also,
Block time is available. Get yours. Call 313-868-6612. That's 313-868-6612. Executive producer R.J. Watkins. Program director Henry Tyler. 107.5 FM WGPR HD2. RadioWeCanSee.com.
You know what? Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get. How are you living? What are you giving? If excellence is what you see, then excellent is who you be. What are you pursuing? It's all up to you. And when you come and make up in your mind that you want to be different.
Hello, beloved. We are back at For the Love of It. This is the first time we've done a double header, a double show. So we want to invite you right away to call in. The numbers are below on your screen, 4336-868-0351, 868-0342. Look, I know you're listening. I know you're out there. Call in and talk to us. We are looking forward to having a conversation with you. Again, I am Dr. Catherine E. James, bringing you For the Love of It, a weekly television show designed with one purpose in mind, and that is adding more love into the world, one episode at a time. Everything that we do, beloved, is anchored in Luke 10:27. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, mind, soul, and strength, and thy neighbor as thyself. It is my life's intent that every soul would know love and know that they are loved. And usually we have in studio guests on the last Friday of the month, in-studio guests on the last Friday of the month. But this Friday is unique and different. Yesterday was 7/13, July the 13th, and that day represents my mother's birthday. And so this episode, this part of the episode is dedicated to Yvonne Woods. And Yvonne Woods birthed four girls. I'm the third. The first of the birthing, well, let me go from the baby. The baby girl was Rosetta Edmond, and we were all together yesterday. And then myself, and then there was Brenda Palmer. And Brenda is no longer with us, so we honor her today as well, Brenda K. Palmer. And then the first of us is Sherry Jemison, and she is in studio with us today. Welcome.
Thank you, my dear.
You're welcome. All right, everyone, this is my oldest sister.
No.
She's going to say no. She's going to say that I'm the oldest. But this is Sherry Jemison. This is the oldest of the four of us, and of Yvonne's daughter. And this show is designed to honor our mother. So
Yes.
Welcome to the show, girl.
Well, thank you, girl. Had a good time yesterday.
You had a good time yesterday?
Yes, wonderful.
What did you enjoy most about yesterday?
Just being with you guys
Mm-hmm.
and, going to the cemetery to clean off Mom's grave.
Yeah.
And then we had a nice brunch.
We did, right?
Oh, my God,
The
yes.
food was delicious.
Yes.
So
Yes.
shout out to Urban Soul on
Really.
Lafayette. Food
Really.
was delicious. Service was excellent.
Yes, it was.
Right?
Yes, it
Service
was.
and food was excellent. So shout out to Urban Soul. So Sherry, the reason, so it's so crazy, and I know you came in. It was so crazy when you came in, right as I was saying your name.
Right.
You were coming in. That was really, it's really God, right? That's God. So, two reasons that you're here today. One is because we're celebrating Mama. And so, loving to have you on. It would have been nice to have Rosetta on. Rosetta was like, I can't come on. I need to get my teeth fixed, right? I need to get my teeth fixed is what she said, right? And so, it's real. That's how we live life. We keep it real. We don't pretend, and this is not a Hollywood. Let's not act like things are not as they are. And so she was like, no, I'll come on at another time. But, so Sherry's here, one, because we're celebrating Mama, and I wouldn't want to do that by myself. But then the other thing is that when I shared with you, I never forget, I was at your house, and I was sharing with you that I was going to do this television show. And so the interesting thing is the reason how I ended up here is my social media person knows a lady who works here, and she was looking for people who had written books, and they wanted to interview local authors. Okay. So I came in here on Angela's birthday. That's why I'll never forget the day. It was August the 9th, Angela's birthday, and I did an interview on that day. But when I walked into this room, this studio, I knew that I would have my own television show, right? And so I was sharing that with you,
right?
And in sharing that with you, you said, and I said, I'm going to ask people. I said it costs $150 a week in order to do it. And you was like, okay, I got the first one, right. So what made you do that?
Because I had faith in you.
Oh, make me cry.
I believed in what you wanted to do, and when you set your mind to something, you do it. You go for it. So when you just said it, I was like, oh, okay, ain't no problem. I'll give it to her. I'll let her do it. And that's all you just said it one time, and that was it.
You were absolutely right.
That was it, so.
Wow. thank you for having faith in me.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean, it is, so it's so life-giving, right? Sure, because, as you know, better than a lot of people is I do a whole lot.
A lot. Call you, a lot.
Right? Always doing something, always going
Yeah, we
in.
had to schedule appointments with you.
I know. So y'all hear that, right?
Yeah.
Don't get upset.
No, you got to-
don't get upset because it's just the life I live,
Yeah.
right? But if we schedule appointments, I keep them.
Yeah, you can,
Right?
Sometimes you forget now.
Well, you got to remind me.
I
You know that.
I know,
You also
I
know that.
I know that.
Absolutely. But it is my heart's desire always to be with family.
Right.
Always to make sure I'm at everything that I can be at and do everything that I can do. That's always my heart's desire. And even though I'm going and doing a lot, I'm always all over the place. That is indeed my heart's desire to be able to do that. And so you got a caller.
Uh-oh.
Caller, you're on the line. Wait, well, I think I don't know. I don't know how to do that. Caller, you're on the line. It's no button on the side here, Tim. No, so they must be calling in on another line. Okay. All right. You'll have to call in on one of the lines below, 868-4336, 868-0351, or 868-0342. You got to call in on one of those lines in order for me, yes, 0342. Oh, they did call in on 0342, but there's no black button over there.
On the other side?
Yeah, I clicked the one on. Tim, you might have to show me. I don't know. This is live. So I click this one. They called on this top one. Click there, but then I have to click over here too, right?
Little black button.
Yeah, they're down here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So.
The number first, then the little black button.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, any of the little black buttons?
The one at the top, the very first one.
Yeah. So I click this one and then I click the one to the side. Okay. I'll try it when they call back. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Got to get my lessons in there. So call back. Whoever you were, call back. I thought I knew what I was doing, but clearly I've forgotten. So make sure you call back in. So thank you for saying that, Raw. That does my heart so good, right?
Right.
For that you believe in me. I know that you. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I always believed in you. You know that when you was ready to go off to school, I was like, okay, she's getting out of here. She's going to do what she got to do.
Mm-hmm. No, I know that, right? I do know it, but we don't always talk like that. Go ahead.
And I don't never say it. You know,
Right.
I usually keep to myself.
Right.
But I do whatever you want me to do. But
Right, you do.
I keep it to myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of all of your accomplishments. You have been like all over the place, and then when you went on the TED show, that was even. I was like, look at my sister.
Yes.
So my
yes.
mom would have been really, really happy. I mean, you know, all her kids did something, but she would have been really, really happy.
Yeah. Sometimes I think about like how it would be, right, if she was still here,
Right.
and what the difference it would make in the, all the things,
She was our babysitter.
right?
Oh my God, she was our babysitter, our cook, our house cleaner, cook, everything. She just did.
So our mama was what we call a real grandma.
Yeah.
She was an old school grandma. She still up until her last days was cooking, cleaning, watching kids. I mean, she raised the kids as much as we raised the kids.
Right.
And so we are really blessed to have that as a legacy.
And now y'all done put it on me.
Right. So this one right here can cook. I'm just saying she can cook like crazy. And so what? The lemon pie.
Yes.
And now the green beans.
Oh.
And now the green beans. Those are my macaroni. I mean, it's anything. She can cook it all. So when you think, one of the things that I'm working to do is I'm going to start a nonprofit. And the nonprofit, because one of the things that Mama did is nobody was a stranger.
No.
Everybody had something to eat.
Exactly.
Right? Everybody had somewhere to lay their head. And even against our own wishes, she, like, even if people did her wrong, she wasn't mad at them, really.
No.
And we would be mad at her for not being mad at them. Here's a call. We've got a caller. Caller, you're on the line.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I was trying to call in to talk to Kathy and Sherry.
Hello, I'm Priscilla.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm wonderful.
So what do you want, lady?
I was calling in to find out when are y'all gonna have another dinner so I can come.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
So that you all know, this is Miss Priscilla Price, who was in the studio either last week or week before last.
Oh my God!
That's our aunt who's on the line. So when are we having a dinner? What we don't know.
Call your nieces and your nephews.
So the second generation is putting something together.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate that. Was wonderful. I love. So that's just really the way that I like. For some people, they would be mortified at something like that happen on a television show. I just like this life.
Yeah,
right?
And that's Priscilla.
And it's us, right?
Yeah.
It's how we do life. It's how we do life. So I appreciate you, Aunt Priscilla, for calling in. Someone else call in. The numbers are below. Make sure that you call in. And so I forgot what we were talking about. Do you remember? No.
Mama, and your nonprofit.
Oh, the nonprofit. Thank you. So the nonprofit is going to be entitled 713 Yvonne's World.
Okay.
Because with Mama, everybody always had a place to belong, and everybody always had support. So our mother never drove. She never drove, right?
No.
Right? She never drove, but she was always everywhere on the bus.
Right.
Right? She took
the bus, yeah.
Right? She took the bus.
She couldn't get us, but
right.
Yeah.
Right? She took the bus everywhere. And so Mama always showed up. We have another caller. Caller, you're on the line.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning, Angela.
Yes, this is Angela. Hi, Mama. Hi,
Hey,
Auntie.
baby.
Oh, hey, honey. How are you?
Good. I was calling in. I was enjoying y'all conversation and loving this talk.
Thank
that y'all
you.
having.
Go
Take care of my
just wanted to
baby.
say,
Take care of my baby.
Yeah, I'm taking care of your baby.
All the babies.
All my babies.
Yeah.
So Angela, and so it's funny because we mentioned you earlier because the first time that I was in the studio, it was on your birthday, August the 9th last year, when I first came in here and realized that I would, I basically walked in for an interview and I made a commitment that I would have a show on my 60th birthday. So I made that commitment. And, your mom, as you've heard, it's such a blessing, right, to have someone, and this someone, my oldest sister, who, sees the vision and will commit to support it. So, and I don't know, was you on when you heard her say, because I believe in you?
Yes, I heard her. She got faith in you. That was so sweet.
Wasn't that sweet?
Okay,
It was so sweet. It really was sweet. It almost made me cry for a second. And so Angela, I want to do a pom-pom moment for you because Angela is amazing. She's an amazing mom. Her and Ted is an amazing dad, and they just had their fourth girl. Their fourth
Yes, like
girl.
my grandma.
Huh?
Like my grandma.
What she say?
Like her
Like
girl.
her girl. Oh,
yeah, Mama had 4 girls.
I didn't really realize it.
Yeah.
You're right, Angel. Like
Yes.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And then the baby was born when she left us.
Yep. So the baby was born on the day Grandma died.
Yeah.
Yes. So that day now represents Billy Benet's
Nova
Moy.
Billy Benet Nova Moy is the baby's name. That represents now her birthday. Yay!
Yes.
Yay! And so shout out to Billy. Shout out to Bailey, Bella,
and
Belia.
Yes.
And to the amazing parents. You all are wonderful, amazing parents. I love watching you care for those girls.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Love you. ladies.
Love you too. Thank you for calling in.
You're welcome.
I'll see you later.
Okay.
All right.
Yay! We got 2 calls. 2 calls. The only last time we got 2 calls was the first day. So thank you, Angel.
You're welcome. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So my goal is to start a nonprofit, because one of the things it breaks my heart when, so being a therapist, a lot of times I get people, and even when I worked at Wayne County Community College as an advisor, people would come in my office, and like a young girl might be pregnant or something, and they literally would say they don't have anybody.
Right.
Like, that breaks my heart to think that somebody
Right.
doesn't have anybody.
Yeah.
Right? And with Mama, that could never be the case.
Right.
So talk to me a little bit about that. With Mama, that could never be the case.
Well, we always had a house full. It
Yeah.
didn't matter. I don't care if it was 1 bedroom, 2 bedrooms. We always had a house full. It was never a dull moment. And you could bring your friend, your best friend, you can even bring your enemies.
Yeah.
And she would let them come in. And we used to have to get on her like, we can't do this.
Yeah.
But it never stopped her.
Yeah.
So the nonprofit thing I have always thought about
Okay.
helping unwed mothers, or
Okay.
and that's what the girls do anyway,
Yeah.
filling something. So
Yeah.
that's like, I have always thought about that. So, but I'm getting up in age, but
Don't worry. You still, no.
But-
I'm going to need a whole board and all of that.
but like that's really, that hits me. I like that. I like that. So,
Yeah.
so
713 Yvonne's World.
yeah, and her world, well, the cooking,
Yep.
the dress. Well, me and Mom
Right.
used to shop
Right,
24/7.
Right.
We always, and she
Yes.
always dressed. So
Yes.
we would always go shopping, and we would shop for everybody, so it's
Yeah.
no big deal. But
Yeah.
I don't mind helping you with that. I
Yay,
don't, even
yay.
even if it's just phone calls or
Yeah.
writing something.
Yeah.
That's fine. I don't mind helping with that.
Yes. No, and I always know that's a blessing to me, is that I, have always known. So I'm about to cry. Oh my God.
Why you gonna cry?
I don't
Boo-boo
know.
bear.
It is a blessing to know. Like, I know I can call you no matter what.
Right.
You know, and if I need something, you're going
Right.
to do the very best that you can to support me.
Right, and
That-
we have always been sisters. We might have fought a little,
Absolutely.
not really fight. We might have got mad at each other
Yeah,
and not
absolutely.
talked, but it was always there.
Right.
It was always us four.
Right,
even though
right.
we,
And plenty more.
yeah,
And plenty more.
We had more than just us.
Right, yeah, because it's never really been just us. And I'm glad you brought it up, because here's somebody on the line. I'm going to make sure I come back to that. Caller, you're on the line.
Hi, I'm sorry. I forgot to let you know. Keep me in mind for the nonprofit.
Yay! Yes, I'm so super
Yes.
excited. 713 Yvonne's World.
713. That's right.
Yes,
Keep me in mind.
yes.
I'm ready to start something different.
Yes, excellent. I'm super
Yes.
excited.
Well, that's her thing. That's her job.
I know
Yes.
it's her thing. I'm
Yes.
so excited. Thank you for
Keep-
calling back
keep
and
it in-
saying that.
Yeah, keep it in the family.
All
That's
right.
right.
Love it.
All right.
Excellent. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That's my baby daughter.
I know, right? That's
She's just like her
beautiful.
daddy, always helping somebody. Always.
Yeah. I forgot what I was going to say. You remember. No.
I told you she had somebody. Well, I can't say because I just forgot too. You started talking business. I just forgot.
I
too.
know. I'm grateful that you brought up that there have been times that we have fallen out
Right,
and
right.
been mad at each other, because I don't want to paint the picture that because of love. So this is the show for the love of it, right? This is the
Right.
show for the love of it. But love doesn't mean it's easy. It doesn't mean that we won't have challenges or issues
Right,
or things like
right.
that. But can we commit? So I'm just, and it's so important to commit to continue to get back to love.
Right.
So even if we have a challenge, even if we, to have the hard conversations and say what needs to be said, and to make a commitment to love. We have another caller. Yes, I'm loving this. Caller, you're on the line.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
This is Brenda Fells.
Brenda!
And I just want to say that I'm so proud of Kathy. She is doing great things, and our family appreciates and loves her. And I miss you, Sherry. I haven't seen you in so many years.
I know. They keep me hidden.
Oh my goodness. Okay. We're gonna have to change that.
That's right.
We're gonna have to I'm gonna have to bring her out to you, Bren. We can take a day trip and come out where you are.
Right.
I would love that, and I'll cook up some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, thank God I don't have to cook. Thank God I don't have to cook.
Thank you for calling in, Bren.
You're welcome. I love you.
Sherry, Bren is on every morning at 5:40 with me.
You know I don't get up at that time. I be turning over.
I love you, Bren. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Look at this, Sherry. You come on and we get all the callers. I be in here begging for callers. Devira L, she be having my back. Devira call in, and Angel called in one time before too. So
okay.
Yeah, so it's important to have a real conversation that even though we're sisters, we love each other, and I know that no matter what, like even if we mad and something go wrong, we still gonna come at each other's support. Right. So we want to take this moment, as sisters, to honor our sister Brenda K. Palmer,
yes,
who is no longer with us. And I wish I had thought to bring a picture. I just be forgetting stuff. And a picture of Mama, Brenda K. Palmer and Yvonne Woods. We're honoring them, and because this is about Mama, and then Rosetta Etman. So yesterday we had such a good time, didn't we?
She is one crazy sister.
She crazy.
I talked to her before I got here.
What'd she say?
She was like, I had a good time. Thank you, sisters. Thank you, sisters. Yeah, I was like, okay.
She's the baby sister, and she milk it for everything there is.
Yeah.
So if you watching, Rosetta, we know you be milking that role of being the baby sister, but that's okay. We got you.
Yeah. She's like, I got such great big sisters. I was like, yeah, okay.
She does, and we're so very grateful. And so we honor you, Brenda K., in your physical absence, but never absent from our heart. Never absent from our heart. So when you think in general about Mama, what comes to your mind? I know you talked about her cooking and her cleaning, her watching the kids, and what else? What else comes to your mind when you think about her?
Her heart.
What about her heart?
She just had a big heart. And her casino trips, man. Man, it's like, I want to go to Motor City. I was like, oh, Lord. Okay,
so did you take her?
I
would go and go sit?
I
would drop her off?
I would drop her. She don't want you to sit with her.
Okay.
No, we would drop her up. But her and that Priscilla... and Brenda.
Yes.
And my sister Brenda.
Yeah.
She would get on her, what you call that little thing? Her
the
little
scooter?
And scoot herself down there.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
So this show has been dedicated to Yvonne Woods, our mother. When I had the privilege of sharing the eulogy with my brother-in-law, Billy, and one of the things I said about Mama is that she reminded me of Jesus in the sense that she did unconditional love.
Right.
No matter what has happened, she's still going to love you.
Right.
No matter what has happened. One of my favorite things about Mama is she would call me at lunchtime. I talked about this yesterday. I worked downtown, and my family lived in a 4-generational 4-story home. It was crazy.
Austin Edison. Yeah.
I don't know how many people was in the house, but it was my favorite thing to come, because as soon as I would pull up, I would hear, Auntie Kathy's here, Auntie Kathy's here, and they would run out. It was one of my favorite things. So in the Boston Edison, they had a beautiful, beautiful home, and so it was always somebody there. With Mama, no one was a stranger. Everyone had somewhere to live. But she would call me for lunchtime, and she was like, Kathy? Now, she named me, but she would call me Kathy.
Kathy. That's not her name.
I cooked liver and onions. One of my favorite meals was liver, onions, gravy
and rice.
And rice and biscuits. And I would run down there, and I would get there, and my sister would be like, what you doing here? I'm here to get my liver, onions, gravy, and biscuits. And so Thank you for sharing with us. For all of our sponsors and supporters, thank you for being here. For supporting. For everybody who called in today, thank you. Sherry, I love you so much.
I love you more.
I'm so grateful that we're sisters. Thank you for being the first sponsor.
And wait a minute, we're going to cover this. Me and your brother-in-law going to do your other sponsor. We will sponsor you. As soon as I get home, I have to tell him because he don't know.
Okay, all right. We got another sponsor coming in. Yes, thank you. So, our next episode, of course, every week is our episode. And, of course, be sure to tune in every Friday from 11:30 Eastern Standard Time to join us here. Join me on all of my social medias. You can find me through drcatherineejames.com. Remember, the conversations, tools, and strategies offered on this show is not ever intended to substitute for official mental health practice. If you are in need of service, be sure to seek out a mental health professional. Martin Luther King said, everybody can be great because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You don't have to know the second theory of thermodynamics in physics to serve. You only need a heart full of grace, a soul generated by love, and you can be that servant. I thank you for being our big sister.
No, you're the big sister. I thank you for having me here.
Thank you. She has served us for many, many years because she was the oldest. She was also like the mama, so she had to serve us. So thank you for being that servant.
Thank you, darling.
This has been Dr. Catherine E. James and Sherry Jemison, bringing you For the Love of It at WHPR TV Detroit. Thank you for being with us today.
You know what? Excellence is what you want, and excellence is what you get.